All right, INDYCAR just got done, and by just got done, I mean yesterday got done running the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey at Laguna Seca, and we're here to talk about it on Push to Pass. All right, to get the crazy normal for this year midweek INDYCAR news out of the way first, Teo Pourchaire out at McLaren in the 6th car, and Nolan Siegel's in. Clearly, something happened here, or the Siegels paid a lot of money. Who knows? I definitely feel bad for Teo. That's unfortunate for him, but I don't know. He's doing okay. I don't really get it. Nolan, obviously, he's a good driver, but yeah, I'm not fully in understanding of this move, but I don't know. We'll see if it pays off for him. So he's signed for the rest of this year and next year and beyond. So good deal for him, obviously, which, again, the whole thing doesn't really make any sense to me because they fired David Malukas to try and get some stability in the team and some consistency. And then now they've put their, 4th driver in the car this year? Yes, because David didn't actually drive the car. 5th if you count testing, if you count David, which I'm not going to. David did get a ride for Meyer Shank, obviously, which is good to see. In the 66, that debuted this week as well, so kind of interesting how that worked out. But yeah, interesting development. Hopefully Teo ends up with a ride. He seems like a pretty good driver and a good guy, so hopefully it happens for him. All right, now on to the race. Alex Palou got the pole on Saturday and held it till turn 2 in the race, on the opening lap at least. Obviously, it's Alex Palou. You can't keep him down for too long, but Kyle Kirkwood did jut out to the lead on the opening lap and held it till the first cycle of pit stops concluded. At the conclusion of those stops, Alexander Rossi had cycled to the front. He short pitted a little bit. Herta also was able to get up there and pass Palou. A couple laps later after that, Christian Lundgaard and Scott McLaughlin were battling. McLaughlin kind of dove down deep, never made contact, never really got close to him, particularly coming that corner downhill out of the corkscrew. And Lundgaard proceeded to shunt off and end up in the gravel and everything. It didn't seem like, I don't really understand what he was trying to do there. I understand he was kind of a little bit spooked by McLaughlin kind of showing up out of nowhere, I guess. But I don't know. I guess at that point you just kind of take the L on that move and just kind of back out, and it didn't seem like that was worth it. Obviously, this is not going to be the last time Christian Lundgaard gets in the little gravel dirt area, but this is going to be the one where he stays on all 4 tires the entire time. Spoiler alert. Lap 35, Luca Giotto crashes, hit pretty hard, and I think that's turn 4 or 5. I'm not 100%, but yeah, hit pretty hard there. This would lead to most of the field coming down the pit lane on this caution sequence, notably, except Alex Palou and a handful of others, but notably Alex Palou. Herta was able to jump Alexander Rossi in this sequence, and that would have an impact on the rest of the race. On the restart, Grosjean would take 2nd from Pato O'Ward, and then a couple of corners later, Nolan Siegel would spin out, and that would bring out yet another full course yellow. All right, lap 55, so 15 laps after Herta and Rossi pitted, Alex Palou finally pits, which I guess concludes that cycle, and gets past. He had built up enough of a cushion that he only fell back to 3rd behind those 2, and not by that much. About 5 laps later, he overtook Herta, and then a couple laps after that, he overtook Rossi and got right back in the lead. All right, lap 74, Lundgaard hip checked Marcus Armstrong, leaving him stranded. I can't remember. I think that's at turn 5 section again. And Joseph Newgarden hadn't pitted yet, and INDYCAR kind of waited on him to pit, kind of left him out there, left Marcus Armstrong out there kind of on his own and stranded there for probably longer than they should. It's either not safe enough that we don't need to, that we need to throw a caution, or it's not safe enough, or it's safe enough that we don't need to throw a caution. I don't know. Kind of like it's kind of like the old adage of having a gun and needing it versus not having it and not needing it, I guess. But anyway, if IndyCar didn't just, if they didn't close the pits every time the caution came out for what amounts to no reason except to ensure the NASCAR-ness of it, this wouldn't be an issue. You could throw the caution. Guys could come in when they got back around. No big deal. There would still probably be some advantage to be gained. But again, it doesn't make any sense. Either is or is not a caution. All right, soon after the ensuing restart, Scott McLaughlin tried to dive a bit of a dive down the inside of Will Power. He got into him pretty significantly and then proceeds to get on the rumble strip and spin it around coming off the corner. And the only person he cost in that was himself. Honestly, it was kind of humorous. I'm not going to lie. I don't really have anything else for it. I just thought it was pretty funny. Ensuing in that sequence is where Christian Lundgaard gets serious air getting off course in the corkscrew. This was also kind of humorous. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you don't love to see an IndyCar get air, but I'm not going to lie. If I see one falling down a hill, it's kind of funny. I'm sure it hurt, but yeah, my cynical ass thought that was kind of funny. All right, with just 13 laps to go, Jack Harvey blows a motor on the front stretch and has to pull it aside on the pit exit, I think is where he went. So that, of course, brings up a restart. On the ensuing restart with 10 to go, Colton Herta tries desperately to get around to the outside of Alex Palou and cannot do it. All right, the next lap, Agustin Canapino makes contact trying to pass Kiffin Simpson, cuts his left rear tire down. He spins, collects Graham Rahal, who hits the wall hard. And of course, and we got a long yellow here, which is going to bring up a, 4-lap race to the finish. And of course, Alex Palou makes it no contest and absolutely smokes a 26 on the restart and goes on to win the race. Joseph Newgarden, with 2 laps to go, was running 5th and spun it out. Just got off and spun out. I don't know if he was pushing too hard. I don't know if he got into the marbles. There were a lot of them. I don't know if it was just dirty there. I don't really know. Seems a little bit like he was pushing a little too hard. He probably wasn't going to pass anybody. He probably wasn't going to get passed by anybody, I don't think. Yeah, kind of a baffling move from Joseph there. I don't really understand that one. But anyway, Alex Palou came across, won the race. As he does, he wins from the pole. That's what Alex Palou does. So let's take a look at the results. As I stated before, Alex Palou won the race from the pole. Colton Herta ended up second. Alexander Rossi third. Roman Grosjean fourth. Great day for that team. Kyle Kirkwood in fifth. Scott Dixon sixth. Will Power seventh. Pato Ward eighth. Fell back a little bit from where their strategy had them, but still a decent day. Santino Ferrucci in ninth. Definitely did not have any incidents with Roman Grosjean at all weekend. He was a good boy this weekend. Marcus Ericsson in 10th. Felix Rosenquist 11th. Nolan Siegel 12th in his first run for Arrow McLaren. Christian Rasmussen ends up 13th. Pietro Fittipaldi in 14th. Christian Lundgaard 15th. He had an interesting day for sure. David Malukas in his first race for Meyer Shank Racing ends up 16th. Linus Lundqvist 17th. Agustin Canapino got a avoidable contact penalty late in the race. He was running well, but deservedly got that penalty. He finished 18th. Newgarden ends up 19th after his spin. Stingray Robb had a Stingray Robb day, ended up 20th. Scott McLaughlin, again, self-inflicted spin, just like Newgarden, 21st. Marcus Armstrong, 22nd. Kiffin Simpson, 23rd, after he got Canapino'd. And Graham Rahal, who got caught up in that incident, ends up 24th. Simpson, 23rd. Jack Harvey, 25th. Rinus VK, 26th. And Luca Giotto ends up 27th. All right, looking at the standings real quick. Alex Palou retakes the points lead. He is now 23 points ahead of Will Power, who falls back to second. Scott Dixon is in third. He is about 9 points behind Power, so about 30 points behind Alex Palou. Those are the only three I legitimately see with a chance to win this championship at this point. It could happen, obviously, but I would be shocked. Herta is 4th, Kirkwood 5th, Paddle Award 6th, Rossi 7th. So they're having pretty similar years, those two. McLaughlin 8th, Newgarden 9th. They're probably out of it, would be my guess. I guess that everyone is after Dixon, but I'm just being realistic, I guess. Rosenquist in 10th, and that's pretty much remained the same here for a few weeks. All right, and with that, the turbo era, I'm not 100% sure what they called it, but yeah, I think the turbo era of IndyCar is concluded, and we're going to move on to the hybrid era starting 2 weeks from now at Mid-Ohio, and I'm actually going to go. I've never been to Mid-Ohio before. I'm pretty excited about it. It really didn't have anything to do with the hybrid. I kind of realized that after I decided to go. But yeah, pretty excited about that. Really interested to see how the hybrid system works in IndyCar. Sounds like it's going to be busy. According to Alexander Rossi, your thumbs are going to be getting a workout. Yeah, that's why they're race car drivers, and I'm just going to drive up and see them. So anyway, if you enjoyed this one, you can comment, you can like, you can dislike, you can subscribe if you'd like. You don't have to. We'll see how next time I'll push to pass.